From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Game Day with Courtney Stephen and Simoni Lawrence.
Welcome to Ticats Game Day on the Ticats Audio Network. It is week 3, and the Ticats are opening up Mosaic Stadium in Flat, Regina, Saskatchewan on a Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Ew, what is that? Who's farting? You was talking about Regina, bro, and I was like, oh.
There's no way that's how you come on the track.
I miss my dog Courtney. Even though I see Courtney every day, I miss my dog Courtney.
What's up, Sim? Tell the people how you feeling this week. It's week 3, man.
It's week 3, and we got a lot of football. We got football. We doing back-to-back game. But first of all, look, do your homework on this is my new lunch pail, y'all. Y'all know when y'all go on picnics, Courtney got me inspired to get married, right? So I got a lunch pail. Shout out to Baffin and the Arkells. I'm going to the Arkells concert, y'all. They sent me my own look. Can't wait to party with you, Simoni Lawrence. The Arkells is big Tiger Cat fans. Shout out to Baffin. Backstage passes. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it's Ticat football though, Courtney.
You know what? I was looking at the clothes. I said, what you got on, man? What is that?
Do your homework on Mac sent me my own shirt. I told him not to sign it because I'm wearing it to the concert tonight. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to the Arkells then. I know I know who they're cheering for tonight.
Yeah, they cheering for Hamilton because Hamilton got the best fans. Courtney, Hamilton and Saskatchewan, there's always a back and forth online. Who got the best fans? Sass be like, we're the best. Hamilton be like, we know we the best. Like, what's up with that? You feel me? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna tell you straight like this.
Yeah.
How could you give people who cut open a watermelon and put it on their head rank over you in any category? He took the shades off. He took
Courtney,
the shades off.
Let me tell you, Courtney, you're absolute. They cut off a watermelon and put it on their head, bro. This is the hammer. Let me tell y'all the difference. Look, I'm not even being biased. This is just a real life experience from Simoni Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is how I see who got the best fans. When Hamilton, if anything going negative, we still there cheering, booing, getting it on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you a story about 2023, Simoni's last football game in Saskatchewan. You know what I mean?
Whisper to him.
Saskatchewan. We in Saskatchewan on Simoni Lawrence's last football game. They got a loud, rowdy crowd. It's going to be loud and rowdy. They come to play. You know what I'm saying? They got good fans. They come to work. You know, they booing Simoni. Simoni, you suck. We hate you. Blah, blah. Doing everything I expect them to do. You know what I'm saying? First series of the game. I come through, sack the quarterback, look to the stands. Y'all can't do nothing with me. Go back on the sideline. Fans is talking crazy. Simoni, we're going to kick your butt. Da-da-da. Next series, I come out. Bang, get the ball out. Go back to the sideline. This time, Tim White already scored like a touchdown. We up by 14. Now it's getting out of hand. Now I see their quarterback, smack their quarterback, fumble, take the ball. I go on the sideline, look in the stands for Saskatchewan fans. Nobody was there, Courtney. They left the stadium, Courtney. The Saskatchewan fans left the stadium, bro. They left their boys to get beat up all by themselves at the end of the game. My last football game ever in Saskatchewan. That's the only memory I have on the Saskatchewan fans, bro.
That's tough.
So I got to give it to Hamilton for the best fans.
Well, Hamilton definitely got the best fans, and if you want to know what happens when a hammer and a watermelon meet, just Google Black Gallagher.
Ooh, that's straight like that, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So look, we're looking at the rubber match. This is the second of the doubleheader. Last week we played in Hamilton. There was a 10-point fourth quarter comeback by the Riders, and you know the Riders this season in 3 games. Well, they're 2-0. In the first 2 games, they've had 2 comebacks. And so Corey Mace is 2-0, looking up to open up and debut at Mosaic. And so what do the Ticats have to do differently in this one? I mean, obviously they were doing a lot of things right last week, but what do they have to do differently?
They did a great job. They was playing a solid game. But to answer your question, I need to see more nasty out of the boys, man. I just need to see more nasty. You know what I'm saying, Courtney? I don't know, like me, if I was in the locker room, I just need to see at least like 12 helmets on the ball, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just need 12 people at the ball, around the ball at all times, no matter what, you know what I mean? Because there's always room for one more, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, explain to the people what that means, because if I'm a defensive coordinator, that might be my motto.
Yo, there's always room for one more, Courtney. Like Courtney, our defensive coordinator, right? And pretty much he's telling us, yo, if that thing's still moving, you can put a little something on it. You know what I'm saying? Go put a shoulder on them. You know what I mean? There's always room for one more because when people hit people and tackle people, they don't get to the ground right away. There's always room for one more, especially on AJ Olette, the big signing that averages a whopping 2.2 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's always room for one more.
Yeah. You got to take every opportunity you can to punish them because that wears them down. And I think, on the flip side, you're probably going to see a heavy dose of James Butler as well in this game because you had a big lead in the game and you couldn't necessarily bleed the clock out for the Ticats. I know there was certain things that happened, but he's going to have to play a big role in this one today.
Yeah, you absolutely right. James Butler got to get his touches and do what he does with the ball. I need at least like 5 yards per carry from James Butler. Bo Levi, can we talk about Bo Levi for a second?
I mean, he got over 300 in the first two games.
Because I think we said we was going to see 2018 Bo Levi, and he's not disappointing, y'all. If you listen, let me tell y'all something about Simoni Lawrence, Courtney Stevens, you know what I mean? If you can promise us 30 points a game and we on that defense, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Like, if anything, 30 points, if you can promise me 30 points every game, we're however many 18-0. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it's going to be, yo.
We did a lot more with a lot less.
You see what I'm saying, Courtney? So that at the end of the day, the defense got to do a better job. Like, I'm going to talk to the backers because there was a lot of times that, they was getting wrapped around and stuff, just not going through progressions, Hoyt's a young linebacker, not used to playing the will position, especially on pass downs. He had a couple of good plays, but he can make a couple great plays because at the end of the day, yo, we can't hide from the fact that every single team is going to test the boundary to see what's going on,
Yeah, that's where all the action's at. That's the short side of the field. That's where they put the bread.
Exactly. Hey, tell him about the motherfucking bread, Courtney.
Hey, save that. Okay, you know what I mean? But, hey, if you listen to this podcast, you know where the ball goes. The ball follows the bread, and the bread's in the boundary.
Yeah, it's facts. So that's why I'm sitting here, and, like, if I could whisper to Kyle, and Kyle was listening to this before the pregame, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, Kyle.
Why you loud whispering?
My bad, y'all. You got, the Spotify and iTunes listeners in their car riding to the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be too loud in their ear, but I got to be loud enough for everybody to hear me, Courtney. But, yeah, I'm saying, hey, Kyle, look. Maybe we can do a switch drop because, look, he has the most reps on this defense. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to go through his progressions. What I didn't like from the backers last week is we're not looking nothing up. Like, I can tell when people are playing football and playing football. Ooh. Right now, we just playing football. We're just getting to our drops and then hoping something good happens. Let's go through our progressions, yo, because Saskatchewan has a very simple offense. Like, I call them bird food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would, close my eyes and know where everything's going.
It's easy to eat. Bird food.
Exactly. Thank you, Courtney. So, first of all, if I'm a linebacker, especially if I'm Kyle, on second down, I'm like, yo, I need a switch drop, bro. Because the cool thing about dropping to the boundary is the reads is easy. All you got to do is check and see where the running back is. Is the running back weak or is the running back strong? You know what I'm saying? That'll tell you a lot about what's going to happen. So now when you switch dropping, you looking at two. And the cool thing about dropping to the boundary, if you take everything away fast enough, now you get to be a superstar. You check two, and if two goes out, you look backside to the field for something, and that's how you get your robs. And I think Kyle can go through those progressions fast and be able to play football and make more plays, like big plays, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely going to need that. And one thing about Saskatchewan, a new coach in Corey Mace, those DBs going to have to stay ready. Yeah, I think Jamal Peters did a good job on Baines last week. Great job. He had a good game. And I also, we talked about special teams. I'm all over the place, Courtney.
It's all right. We're going to come right back to it.
We talking about Jamal Peters, and I got to give Jamal Peters his props because I told y'all last week that we need our starters to play special teams and show the rookies how it's done. And boy, if Jamal Peters wasn't playing that gunner to a professional level, I think he graded out at 100%, bro. Playing special teams and defense. And he did exactly what we needed him to do. And then you got guys like Panabaker. Panabaker stepped up on specials. He had a great game. I watched all his reps. I like it, Panabaker. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, Berkey. Boy, Berkey stepped up.
There
he
you
did
go.
his thing. He did his thing. I appreciate you. But, like I tell you, bro, if you are not starting offense or defense and you don't play offensive line or defensive tackle, I need you on all 4 special teams.
Start on special teams.
You see what I'm saying?
I got to go back to the linebackers for a second because you was dropping some serious game. I think the fans could appreciate when you're playing the will, weak side linebacker, where you made your name. Mm-hmm. When that running back is to you, you got 3 threats immediately. The 2 receivers in the boundary and the running back. If the running back is lined up on the strong side of the field, there's only 2 threats. And you was talking about playing the game or playing the game. When you're able to not just get to the spot on the field you're supposed to be, but then look and see where the receiver's at. This is what I was telling a young guy the other day at a football camp. It's like you can look at the quarterback, and the quarterback is going to throw the ball somewhere. That's like half of the battle. But if you look where the receiver's at, you're cheating on the test and you're figuring out what the answer is because that's where the ball's going to go. So to play the game, get to the spot. But if you want to play the game, you got to be able to read and drop. So, I just wanted to lean into that because, like, that's something that you did real well, talking about that boundary.
Exactly, Courtney, and you got to really play the game up here, especially when you to that boundary. You look and you see the back, okay, Courtney, simple math, who can threaten my zone? You feel what I'm saying? I got a back to my side, I got a number 2 receivers to my side, and I got 1 from my side, and I could possibly gain 4 coming from backside. So now I'm like, okay, my peripheral, I got the back, bang, bang. If the back stay in, then I check 2, and then it's probably a longer route. He stays in the back, and now I can check 2, and then look backside for who's coming from the field. You know what I'm saying?
For those deep crossing routes.
For the deep crossing routes. Now you get to play football. Now you're like, God's got all that grass. I get to be a football player. I'm right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's also about knowing your teammates, who's working with you. You see what I'm saying? Because now if I'm playing to the will and I got the back to my side, I'm like, hey yo, Mike, you gonna have to work with me a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I get stretched too far, you know what I mean? I need you to help on this dig. You know what I mean? If this back free releases.
And you mentioned that before. You were saying that guys got wrapped in the last game, and that's basically something flashes in front of your face, and you start moving laterally, and the receiver wraps in behind you into the pocket you just vacated. So that's when back your way, you and the Mike got to be on the same page and work in tandem. Look, I'm going to get stretched. You got to come with me and fill this gap.
Same page, Courtney. It's like you got to be on a little string. Let me show y'all, yo.
He got a string.
You got to be on a little string. This is me. I'm holding it up. Look, this is me. This is the Mike. You feel what I'm saying?
They're moving in tandem.
In sync, y'all. That's what we got to do. And it's I know it sounds simple. It is simple. I got coach from legendary Coach Orlando. You feel me? You remember the days, Courtney, where Coach Orlando running through all the zones.
And we got to pass off the receiver through the zones.
And see what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand. Like up here in the States, it's easy. You can play zone, cover
spot
grass,
drop.
Spot drop because the field's not that big. The field's too big for that, y'all. So we got to do something called pattern read, yo. Let me tell y'all something about pattern read. Pattern read means if you got a threat in your zone and you're like 2.5 seconds in your head. Let me tell y'all about 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds mean that's how long the quarterback had the football. That means the quarterback's about to have to get the ball out. Or I'm yelling at Barlow. I don't got to yell at Barlow because he had 3 sacks. But anyway.
Yeah, Barlow gave him 2.5 steamboats before he's going to squish him. Exactly. So that's when you know you got, pattern read, 2.5. Let me get this guy. It's not zone no more. It's
man to man, yo.
Come on.
And what we tell y'all about Trevor, yo, we got to make people look like people are there. We can't have him back there playing, frisbee football on the computer.
So that's another thing that I think we could take from week 2 to week 3. And I mean, let's just be fair. If you're new to the Canadian game, like a lot of the people in the linebacking core are, and I mean, we talk about the linebackers a lot, but this is for anybody who had stepped in at DB2 and even guys who are still trying to get up there. You got vets like Richard Leonard in there, but not everybody's on that level. One of the keys is, cover 3 is not a magic defense. Cover 2, not a magic defense. Man-to-man, cover 0, they're not magic defenses, but the key is you got to make Trevor figure out which one you're doing after the ball is snapped and not before the ball is snapped.
Talk about disguising the play for a Trevor Harris. You have to. Trevor been playing football since some of these kids was still getting rides from their mama in high school going to football practice. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, That's a vet, you know what I'm saying? So don't make anything look like what it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's changing shades a little bit, yo. Like move the line around, make move calls, make everything same level, you know what I'm saying? Make everything look like man drop to your zone. If I'm the high player, I know I'm high and I'm bailing high, I'm starting low. If I'm the low player and I'm going high, I'm going high. If I'm high, I'm coming low. Just change shit around, make stuff look different, you know what I mean? And like I understand we young, but we don't got time for we young. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna get young one day, and you gotta get old. Now let me tell y'all another story, yo. Because nobody got time for being young. When we came in this thing in 2013, we was young puppies. Me, Courtney, and the gang. We was all young. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that, yo.
Yo, I remember we played in Guelph. It was us versus Saskatchewan, and they had put up on TSN, they put up a little stat, and it said total games by the Ticats defense started, and it had like, you know, me, Rico Murray, Arthur Hobbs, like we all together, we had like 10 games started collectively. And then on the other side, you got Rob Bag, Getzlaff, you got all these guys, and they had like 300 games between the whole offense. So it's like, it happens.
It happens. It's part of the game, yo. And you got to be able to catch up on the dot. And let me tell y'all something. You don't even got to necessarily understand the Canadian game. You guys got to understand each other. Ooh. You know, study your teammates. Know what they good at. Know what they're not good at. Know what they're comfortable with. Know what they're not comfortable with. Because the best thing is on your team is having a team, yo. Ooh. If y'all all wrong, y'all all right. Let me tell y'all again. Y'all all wrong. Y'all all right. You know what I'm saying? So stay focused out there, man. I'm just giving y'all some little couple jewels because we not going to Saskatchewan and losing back-to-back. Not with Bo Levi throwing 300 yards a game.
Bo 300. That's his new nickname.
Bo 300, bro. Let me tell you something about throwing 300 yards in a football game and having 30 points, yo. We're good. Coach, you throw me 30. You got 30 for me this week? All right, bet. Hey, where you want to go on vacation? Because we getting Grey Cup wings. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That's what it sounds like to me. You give me 30 points?
Come on. Slow down, Sim. Slow down, Sim. It's week 3. It's week 3. We got Bo 300. We got Dunbar Bridges, Patman, Ternowski, and Kiondré Smith actually had the second best game of his career last week. Right now, the young man is approaching 200 yards on the season. He's got about 150-some, 160-some, a couple of touchdowns. I mean, every single person on that receiving core is taking turns. I think Tim White is queued up to have an explosive game because he's had a little bit of frustration throughout the beginning of the season. You know, he's had a lot of catches. But we talked about this last week. We don't expect Tim to be good, and Tim doesn't expect Tim to be good. He expects himself to be great.
Hey, and you hit it on the nose. I can feel Tim's pain, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, it's the first game of the season. You know what I mean? You get a couple of yards. Second game of the season, you only get a couple of yards, and you got to drop. Now everybody like, that's the highest paid player. Why is he dropping the ball? Let me tell y'all something. It's football, y'all. Football is a game of mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And the best player that touches the ball the most on the team, he has more opportunity to make mistakes. Listen, the best player on the team who has the most opportunity to touch the ball, he's going to make mistakes. But let me tell you something why I'm not panicking. Because this isn't week 9, you know what I'm saying? If it's week 9, I'm calling Tim. Tim, I'm coming to get you, bro. Everything going good? You know what I'm saying? Everything good? Because week 9, Tim dropping balls, I got to go sit down with Tim and ask him if everything's going good. Week 2, we all new to this, you know what I'm saying? A lot
get
of
it out your system.
Bo, you get it out your system, and Bo putting the extra. Bo putting the extra on all them passes, y'all. I'm not joking. Bo feet look damn good. Do your homework on.
He's
Bo
been in there with Marcellus Bowman getting right.
You see what I'm saying? The balls is coming out hotter than you think, but that's no excuse. And I know my boy Tim don't want me making no excuses because after this week, when he go for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, that's the Tim we know."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I think Scott Milanovic gets him the ball nice and early so that they can shake all that off and he can just look in the mirror and say, "I am who I am." You know,
especially in a place like Saskatchewan. You know what I'm saying? Because like he get the play in front of us. Hamilton, we got the best fans. You go do that. You go do what Tim do in Saskatchewan. Same thing that happened last game I ever played in Saskatchewan. Them boys went home. All them fans, they packed their bags and went home, yo. They said, Simoni, no mas. I promise, Courtney, I promise you, there was this guy at the game talking all Saskatchewan game. After I hit somebody, fumble, ball came out. You know what he did, yo? He put down his head and said, "You're a great player." Mouthed it and then left. Walked up the stadium and left the stadium. And I was like, oh, that's the difference between Sass and Hamilton. What? Imagine what? Olette come over and say, look over the crowd. It don't matter what he do. Hey, you still suck 2.2 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? It's different over here in Hamilton, Sass. That's all I'm saying. It's different. Y'all could have been on me the whole game, but y'all couldn't. Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, so this offense here, they was clicking a little bit. What do you have to say so far this season about the tight end in the game? They've been using the tight end a lot, and I mean, it's not that they get the ball with the tight end; it's a threat. You know, BC had threw the ball to a big old lineman. It's not necessarily they're trying to do that, but it's forcing the other defenses to have to decide: do we really bring in an extra linebacker here? Do we bring a DB in the box? Because our tight ends are blocking people to sleep.
Can I tell y'all something about this Jamaican hero number 49 from the Hamilton Tiger Cats? Look, when this guy get his hands on you, yo, he don't take them off you. He drives, bro. I like watching him play football. He really drives people, you know what I'm saying? He's tough, too, you know what I mean? It's all day, and it's annoying, you know what I mean? And one thing about defense, and you could contest to this, is that, like, that's a package that you got to study and get ready for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, number 49 coming in the game, what we going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Giovanni Robinson is his first year in the CFL, and he was a latecomer to football in general. He played basketball in college. He transferred schools, and I mean, that means he's still got a lot of growth and development and potential that he could reach. But the advantage he has is when he's got those super long arms and he gets a hold of you, it's tough. Like you said last week, he holds somebody, he's holding their check, you know, and getting them out of the way.
For real. And he does it so clean, if any officials listening. He does it so clean. He keeps his hands nice inside, you know what I'm saying? And he's so long, they can't do nothing, man. They just can't do nothing. I really like him. And then you brought up Tornowski, and let me tell you something about Tornowski, bro. Tornowski might have been special teams player of the game.
We need him.
Tornowski was playing all 4 special teams at a point in the game, making big key blocks. I'm talking big key blocks on them screen passes that we kept getting on. The only thing we need from our offense is we're scoring points, and we're scoring points fast. You know what I'm saying? So in the CFL, scoring points is cool, but we're scoring fast. Everything's happening fast. We need James Butler, like you said earlier in the show, to let's pace this. James, we can get you the ball. You can get 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? Let's pace this. Let's pace this more. And that's how you play continuity football. You know what I'm saying? You got
continuity football. Go ahead and talk about that for a second.
Because it's scoring points, yeah, we need them points, but we also are playing a football game together. You know what I mean? Like fast points, you got the defense on there a little quicker than they're supposed to. I'm a little tired. Coach, y'all just scored. I ain't mad, but I'm a little tired. You feel me? And then you got special teams, and if you do your homework about special teams, you know, all the defensive people playing special teams too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I need a little more, you know what I mean, time possession, you know what I'm saying? But we doing a great job as far as that. So I definitely think that special teams, defense, and offense, we need to play continuity football, play together, because I tell everybody this about football. Football is the ultimate team sport. Nobody can do nothing without everybody, yo. You know, you got your Tim Whites, you got your Bo Levis, you got your James Butlers, you got your Casey Sales, you got your Stavros, you got your Jamal Peters. But look, you need them freaking Tornowskis, bro. It's not negotiable. You need them Panabakers. It's not negotiable. You need them Lawsons. It's not negotiable. You know what I'm saying? You need Nick Usher to be able to get Barlow 3 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Because if you watch football, you see what you really need. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants stuff, but you need certain things. You know what I mean?
And that defensive line, we'd be remiss if we didn't touch on it. Your boy Bull Rush Barlow had 3 sacks, and that was a count of the D-line rushing in unison, rushing together, keeping a high motor. Anytime the play extended past that 2.5, 3 steamboats, the quarterback was in trouble. And this week, Dwayne Hendricks, he's out of the lineup, but you got Trayvon Mason coming into the game. Another really big D tackle who's got a lot of promise. Coaches are excited about him, but I expect this D-line to do more of the same.
Nah, facts, yo. I think they're going to eat heavy. They're going to eat heavy. The only thing is we will miss Hendricks just because Hendricks a pro at, dropping his waist and taking on them double teams for the will linebacker to make some plays, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with these guys, he should be able to hold his weight and hold that double team. Hopefully it shows because I want to keep A.J. Ouellette at 1.7 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? Because if A.J. Ouellette didn't break that trash run at the end of the game for 11 yards, he would be averaging 1.6 yards a carry, guys.
Yeah,
and that's just the facts. I'm not being funny.
1.6 yards per carry. Okay, so we talked about this team last week. We're playing the same team again. I mean, it's not too much new. They got the usual suspects on their side. Keon Schaefer-Baker. He's one of their playmakers. A guy out of the University of Guelph. He's a big body, great hands. He's tough to bring down. There was a lot of talk about Bain coming into the last game, but KSB, he might be their guy.
Let's be real. That's a hard check for anybody every day of the week, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he got that waggle over there to the field, you know what I'm saying? And he can catch, yo. He's a possession wide receiver. He got hands. I didn't know he was that big. So I'm leaving the Club Taker Lounge, you know what I'm saying?
The Caretakers Club?
Yeah, I'm leaving the Caretakers Club. I feel a little grit on my hand, right? And it's him, right? He like, hey, congratulations, saying all this. And I'm looking, I'm like, this is a big Phil Dunn. You know what I'm saying? That's a big boy. He get the ball. That's a hard cover, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah, thank you. The whole time I'm like, sizing him up and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's a big boy, yo. And like, you know what I'm saying? The thing about football, y'all, let me tell y'all about football. When somebody scores 3 touchdowns in a football game, all week we talking about he's not scoring 3 touchdowns in a football game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Baines wasn't going to do nothing just because whatever you coach, that's what's going to happen. Now, we got that boy. He's a problem. And I'm telling you, the thing about him is he's such a possession wide receiver, yo. He's going to get his touches, and he's always going to make his plays for Saskatchewan. So he is going to have a very good season. So shout out to the young boy from Guelph, yo.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. It'll be a great matchup for, Richard Leonard and Kenneth George Jr. when they're lined up in the slot against him. I think that'll be some primetime TV for Ticats fans to tune in and watch. But are there any other matchups or players that you think really got a breakout for this game? Anyone you got your eye on?
I like Kiondré. I think Kiondré getting in his rhythm where he really likes to play football. I tell people all the time since camp, I've been telling y'all, Kiondré's one of those kids that loves football, you know what I'm saying? He likes the competitive nature about football. He likes competing. He likes having fun. It's sports entertainment. He's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? So he does a great job. I need him to, continue to make his plays because at the end of the day, bro, they're not going to cover number 12. You know what I'm saying? Tim White. They're going to cover Bridges. They're going to cover Dunbar. But so he's going to get one-on-ones. And everybody know in this business, you got to win your one-on-ones. You know what I'm saying? So Kiondré gets a lot of one-on-ones and because of all the great players around him. So he's going to have the opportunity to ball. Also, I need James White. We don't want to call James White no one-game wonder. You know what I'm saying? Because that first
James Butler?
James Butler, my bad. I got Tim in my head. I got James in my head. The Arkell's juice is hitting a little bit, bro. At the end of the day, James Butler got to come in here and go crazy and show everybody in Saskatchewan why, you know what I'm saying, free agency, bro, James Butler should have been a way higher paid running back than A.J. Ouellette in every world, you know what I mean?
Hey, well, you know what? We know where our bread at, so that's where the ball gonna go. Hey, look, if you didn't read the scouting report, just look at the free agency tracker and you figure out who to cover and where the ball gonna go.
That's a fact, bro. You know what I mean? And look, these back-to-back games, I'll tell you psychologically, yo, they the best games for me because it's I like to start wars with people and then know I get to see them the next week to see how they really built. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can, pop it and then, run away for a little bit. You know what I mean? And not see you later and hope you forget about it. But, yo, There's a lot of stuff going on inside them whistles. I watch the special teams, y'all. I watch football. That field goal, I need the field goal defense. Hey, Ticat field goal defense, yo. They was running through, on their field goal defense, they was trying to run through our players' face masks, yo.
Oh.
I'm mad. They was trying to run through our face. My boy Borden, left tackle, he had to pick somebody up and dump him. My guy Woodmansky picked somebody up and dumped them because they was trying to kill these guys on field goal defend. So their field goal team block, yeah.
Field goal block is a unit where you really just get to tee off on somebody 100% like a tackle dummy.
So listen, defense, can we get a little more effort on that field goal defend, yo? Go hit them like they hitting us, man, because that set the tone as well, yo. So I just had to say that. I almost forgot about that. I was watching the tape. I'm like, these guys is trying to kill us on their field goal defense. And I was like, oh, we got to be trying to kill them too.
Yeah.
We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's called get back, yo. This is a war, and we're all teammates, yo. Never let your teammates feel nothing the other team not feeling. That's the name of the game, bro.
Right, especially when they long field goals and they bring out them linebackers instead of them big O linemen to be the tight ends and the wings. You got to smoke them. You got to smoke them.
Come on, straight like that, yo. And don't listen. Let me tell y'all, everybody want to know how to have a long career in this game, yo. I played 11 years in the CFL, y'all. You know how I played 11 years? Because I ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no friends. I got teammates and brothers that I'm trying to get checks for, y'all. That's it. These guys is not your friends, yo. I don't care what they say to you, how nice they talk to you before the game, during the game, after the game, how you went to school with them, how that was your cousin. No, nobody is your friend, yo. They just trying to embarrass you and make you lose your job. They try to make you lose your job. Don't let nobody take food out you and your family's mouth, yo. We need to understand what this game is. It's a kid's game with King's Ransom, y'all. Kids game with King's Ransom. You feel me? I'm just telling y'all. Because y'all want to know how you want to play a lot of years in the league, bro. I ain't got no friends, yo. People walk the other way when they see me on other teams.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, come on, man.
Let's go.
We have to go with that approach. And you want to know who really like that approach? Hamilton likes that approach. You know why Hamilton likes that approach? Because we blue-collar steel mill workers, you know what I'm saying? We ain't putting nobody in front of us, nobody behind us, everybody on the side of us, you know what I mean? So we going to work. Everybody, men, pull up their pants. Everybody, women, pull up, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to carry it, yo. Stop all this friendly stuff, yo. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. It makes me, you know, it makes it hard to watch. Nobody is your friend out here, yo. Go get it.
Yeah. It's not going to be too friendly at 7 o'clock when we kick this one off, man. We're going to open up the quote-unquote new Mosaic for those who have been to the old Mosaic, and it's going to be a party, but it's going to be black and gold flying around trying to make plays. It's Bo 300. Yeah. And the Ticats looking for that first W in Flat Regina on a Sunday CFL showdown. Hey, thanks for listening to this. Y'all got to subscribe. Make sure you hit up Simoni and I on Twitter, X. Tell us how you feel. Ask him the questions you want him to answer on the next podcast, and we'll get to it.
Yeah, for sure. I try to get back to y'all on Twitter. Y'all be asking me questions sometimes, and I'm just like, yo, what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to lie? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still employed by HSG, y'all. So let's be easy with the questions. I'm going to keep it real, but I'm employed by HSG, y'all. Do your homework on HSG, yo.
He gotta keep it clean, y'all. But you know what? He gonna give you the truth. He gonna give you the truth about 2.2 yards a carry and Bo 300. Well, shout out to y'all for listening and appreciate you. And if you can't catch the game, make sure you go to ticats.ca/listen and tune into the Ticats Audio Network where they'll have the call. And until next time, we hope you have a great game day. Peace.
Hold on, Courtney. We ain't done. You gotta sign us out the way you signed us out with the bread, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, sign us out, Courtney.
Well, you know, Sim loves it when we talk about the bread because life is like a sandwich.
No matter which way you flip it,
the bread comes first.
The bread comes first.
Tiger Cats Game Day with Courtney Stephen and Simoni Lawrence. Like, follow, and be game day ready.